the birthday bank. Everybody's got $2,022,441. How are we going to do on Jeopardy for the Wii? Let's find out.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
We're playing Jeopardy for the Wii.
This is Jeopardy! Today's contestants are Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hey, Johnny Gilbert. How is everyone today? Here we go. The Jeopardy round is where we start, as always. The categories for the Jeopardy round are fish and chips, insect invasion, food words and phrases, meet the Robinsons, literary bears, and historic women.
Fish and chips for 200.
Okay, the moray variety of this fish is sharp-toothed and can be vicious if provoked.
What's an eel?
Yes, Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction. That is correct. We return to you. The ability of the members of the family Exocetidae to get airborne earned them this two-word name. Okay, Player 1.
What is flying fish?
Yes. You get to pick again. Let's get Kelly's assistance on this clue.
On this man's first voyage, brothers Martin and Vicente Pinzon commanded the Nina and Pinta.
Who is Christopher Columbus?
Player 1. Good. Select again. Small freshwater fish of the family Pterophyllum are known by this heavenly name.
What are angelfish?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes. You again, Player 1. Built in 1816, the first private yacht to cross the Atlantic shared its name with the barge of this queen. It's Player 1.
Who is Elizabeth?
No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, Player 3.
Is it Cleopatra?
Hey, you're right. Please pick again, Player 3. Responsible for millions of cases of malaria each year, the Anopheles variety of this insect is one deadly bug.
What is the mosquito?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Correct. Player 1. About 300,000 people in Africa suffer from sleeping sickness, spread by the tsetse variety of this insect.
What's a fly?
Player 1. That's correct. Choose again, Player 1. There are 20,000 known species of these insects, including social, parasitic, and killer types.
What are bees?
Yes, Player 1. Good. Player 1. Puny nickname for various insects of the family Sciaridae. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is a gnat?
Correct. Player 1. Of the 1 million species of insects, more than 300,000 are of this type, including the ladybug.
What are aphids?
Player 1.
No. What are beetles?
That's it.
Let's have,
Player 1. You pick a breakfast dish that can also mean to flatten.
what is pancake?
It's Player 1. Yep. Choose again, player 1. In 1966, the U.S. government banned M80s and these round red firecrackers. Yes, player 1.
What are cherry bombs?
Right. Player 1, back. Used before barrel, it suggests the homespun style and philosophy of rural folk.
What is
Okay,
butter
player 1.
or cracker?
Yeah. We return to you. It's the spicy two-word name for a type of knot that lets you join a rope to a rail or a post. It's player 1.
What is pepper sling?
Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? The correct response is a clove hitch.
Oh well. Food words and phrases 1,000.
Please pick again. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
A nursery rhyme says, this person, mend my shoe. Get it done by 2:30.
Yes, player 1.
Who is the cobbler? No, patty cake.
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers?
Oh, it's gotta be the cobbler then.
We're talking about cobbler.
Alright, my first guess. Historically,
Player 1.
200.
This Secretary of State, whose first name is from a musical term, had originally planned to be a concert pianist. Okay, player 1.
Who is Condoleezza Rice?
Yes. Select again. Shortly after her disappearance, her publisher, husband George Putnam, released Last Flight, containing her diaries.
Who is Amelia Earhart?
Player 1. Right you are. You again, player 1. The Moses of her people. She helped hundreds of slaves escape along the Underground Railroad.
Who is Harriet Tubman?
Let's hear it, player 1. You got it. Player 1. She met her beloved teacher Anne Sullivan in 1887.
Who is Helen Keller?
It's player 1. That is correct. You get to pick again. This first American woman in space heads a company geared to girls who are interested in science and math.
Who is Sally Ride?
Player 1. That's right. Way to go. Player 1, back to you. This literary bear started life as a real teddy bear bought as a toy for Christopher Milne.
Who is Winnie the Pooh?
Let's hear it, player 1. Good. Select again. Created by Walt Morey, this docile bear lives in the Alaskan wilderness. Yes, player 1.
Who is Gentle Bear?
You are correct. We return to you, player 1. This bear got his name from the London train station where he was first found after arriving from Peru.
Who is Paddington?
Okay, player 1. Good for you. Player 1. On this doctor's island, you'll find a bear bull and an old woman made of vixen and bear.
Who is Dr. Doolittle?
Yes, player 1. Nope.
I just found out.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
It's Dr. Moreau.
Here's what we were looking for. Dr. Moreau.
Oh well. Literary Bears 1,000.
Choose again, player 1. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. How much are you going to... And the clue. His story, The Bear, recounts an annual hunting expedition in Yoknapatawpha County, Mississippi.
Who is William?
That puts you even further ahead. Player 1, back to you. In 1947, he shattered baseball's color line.
Who's Jackie Robinson?
It's player one. Right. Please pick again. Like a famous mister of song, it was the nickname of tap dancer Bill Robinson. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Bojack?
Right you are. You again, player one. This Motown legend co-wrote My Girl and Tears of a Clown.
Who is Smokey Robinson?
Okay, player one. Right. Player one. In 1951, he defeated Jake LaMotta to become middleweight boxing champ.
Who is Sugar Ray Robinson?
Player one. Yep. And the last clue for $1,000. Emmanuel Goldenberg was the real name of the Robinson who used this first name on the stage. Let's hear it, player one.
What is, Eric?
Oh, sorry.
14,000.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I'm off to a good start.
It's player two.
Edward.
Correct. Okay, we have player two in third place, which means that player two will go first in the Double Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. USA. Death of an author. Medicine. Mobilized. World history. And world history. Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. A mechanical device used to indicate musical tempo.
What is a metronome?
Yes, player one. Right. You get to pick again. Fly agaric is one of these spore-producing fungi of the Basidiomycetes class. Player one.
What is, mushroom?
You are correct. Please pick again. It can be a powerful person in entertainment or a member of a Muslim dynasty that once ruled India.
What's a mogul?
Okay, player one. That's correct. Player one. Someone who moves from relationship to relationship is a serial one. Let's hear it, player one.
What is a,
No. Any other takers? Here's the response we were looking for. A monogamist.
All right.
You again, player one. This large tube-shaped pasta is often stuffed with cheese and baked with a tomato sauce.
What is manicotti?
It's player one. Yeah, good. We return to you, player one.
Death of an author for 400, please.
She died on July 18th, 1817, after dealing with some pride and prejudice in her day.
Who is Jane Austen?
Player one? Right. Player one? Pick again. On September 28th, 1891, he died in New York City after a whale of a life.
Who's Herman Melville?
Okay, player one. Yes. Choose again, player one. No amount of electricity could reanimate her on February 1st, 1851. Yes, player one.
Who is Mary Shelley?
You got it. Player one. Answer. The first of the Daily Doubles. You are in the lead right now. How much? And the Daily Double clue. After October 19, 1745, he would make no more modest proposals.
Who is Edgar? No. Who is... All right. Oh. No more modest proposals. Who is Jonathan Swift?
Congratulations, you're still in first, player one. You get to pick again, player one. It was this author, not the wallpaper, who went on November 30th, 1900. Let's hear it, player one.
The wallpaper. Who is Henry James?
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Oscar Wilde.
Okay.
Player one, you pick again,
Entertainment
please.
history for 400.
Born William Claude Dukenfield, he took this last name as his stage name.
Who
Yes, player
is,
one.
Last name as his stage name. Who is Field? What is Field?
Good. Select again. Dance style of Brothers and Kennedy Center honorees Fayard and Harold Nicholas. Okay, player one.
What is...
That's right. Way to go. You get to pick again, player one. Answer the second daily double. And you're in the lead now. So what's your clue? In vaudeville, Jerry, Helen, Josephine, and George M. were the four these.
What are codes?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player one, back to Rochester. Did you know that in 1953, Harry Shearer played this comic as a boy on his self-titled TV program? Player one?
Who is Jack Benny?
Correct. Player one, you pick again, please. Kathy Lewis was this title character paired with Fibber McGee on a 50s TV show based on a hit radio show. It's player one.
Who is Fibber McGee and Molly?
That is correct. Player one,
Could I do
pick again.
medicine for 400?
A cold that lasts longer than a week may indicate inflammation of these air spaces in the skull. Player one?
What are the sinuses?
Good. Please pick again, player one. Let's take it over to Kelly.
Red blood cells are distorted into a particular shape and don't carry oxygen well in patients with this type of anemia.
What is sickle cell?
Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Choose again, player one. Suspect Rocky Mountain spotted fever even in patients from the Carolinas, as it's an area with lots of these critters. Yes, player one.
What are ticks?
Hey, you're right. Select again. A stent is a tube often used to hold these open, especially the coronary ones.
What are arteries?
Okay, player one. That's it. We return to the air puff test. A measure of eye pressure is used to diagnose this condition.
What is glaucoma?
It's player one. Good for you. Player one. The name of the ukulele means flea in the native language of this state, where it was introduced by the Portuguese.
What is Hawaii?
Okay, player one. That's correct. You again, player one. The state nut of Alabama isn't your kooky cousin. It's this thin-shelled pie ingredient.
What is a pecan?
Yes, player one. That is correct. Choose again, player one. Caroling to the animals is a holiday tradition at the Lincoln Park Zoo in this Midwest city.
What is Chicago?
It's player one. Yes. Please pick again. Its state song says, "Follow the old Kit Carson trail until desert meets the hills."
What is Nevada?
Player one. Yep. Player 1, you pick again. Alphabetically, this southern state's counties run from Adams to Yazoo. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is Mississippi?
You are correct. You again, Player 1. In 1071, the Seljuk Turks, who practiced this religion, defeated the Byzantine army at the Battle of Manzikert. It's Player 1.
What is Islam?
That is correct. Player 1. An economic crisis forced this Indonesian leader to resign on May 21, 1998, ending 32 years of autocratic rule. Player 1.
Who is Suharto?
Yes. You get to pick again. Now in Poland, in 1361, this shipbuilding city became a member of the Hanseatic League.
What is Gdansk?
Yes, Player 1. Hey, you're right. Player 1. This king of Aragon freed the Catalan serfs in 1486 and captured Granada in 1492.
King of Aragon.
Let's hear it, Player 1.
Who is Ferdinand? Let's go with Ferdinand. Or no. Charles II. Charles first.
Nope.
That's okay.
Any other takers?
Oh well.
Here's what we wanted. Ferdinand.
Oh well, it's okay.
And now the $2,000 clue. Around 2500 BC, the Harappan civilization sprung up around this river in Pakistan and northwestern India.
What is the Ganges River?
Okay, Player 1. No, that's not right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
That is not bad.
Yes, Player 2.
The Mekong, no.
No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, Player 3. Yeah, good. Sorry, you'll Player 2 will not be progressing to Final Jeopardy. So much depends on how you do in the Final Jeopardy category, which today is poetry. So, what's your wager? Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. All right, players, this is what it comes down to. Here is the Final Jeopardy clue. In a poem about this battle, Robert Browning wrote, "To Acropolis, run, Pheidippides, one race more." Did you come up with the correct response?
Waterloo.
And that will lose you.
Everything. So you're going to drop to nothing.
What did you put as your response?
Said marathon.
With that correct response,
So everybody's gonna
you
get
will gain
$100,000.
Congratulations, Player 1. You're the winner.
I'll see you all for that next segment, everybody.
Good game. Thank you so much for playing.